So the another class of fungi that we are going to see today is classified as fungi imperfecti. This group consists of the fungi that do not have sexual stage of reproduction. This group consists of the fungi ranging from yeast and yeast-like organisms to dimorphic fungi and dermatophytes. Dermatophytes already we have discussed earlier. Some of the common pathogenic organisms that are found in the yeast or yeast-like fungi, those are Cryptococcus species, Candida species, Blastomyces, Histoplasma, Sporotrichum, and Coccidioids. These and the other dermatophytes that we have discussed earlier, like Trichophyton, Epidermophyton, and Microsporum. So now we are going to see about the yeast and yeast-like organisms. Morphology of yeasts: they are unicellular, large group of organisms with three groups based on their mode of replication. Generally, yeasts are unicellular that reproduce vegetatively by budding. Generally, the yeast cell is haploid except the zygote, that is diploid. Certain yeasts produce a series of buds in succession that remains joined for some period, forming a structure that is called as pseudomycelium. However, some yeasts does produce true mycelium also. The hypha of yeasts is septate. With single or many pores in the septal wall, that is, they have perforated septum. The septal wall grows centripetally and almost closes the pores, forming a closure line. They also have an electron-dense structure called as Voronian bodies found in hypha near the septal wall. Yeast reproduction is seen through budding and formation of conidia, and in dermatophytes, arthrospores and conidia are the usual methods of asexual reproduction. Formation of bud is initiated at the time of duplication of spindle body. An area of enzymatic wall softening within a newly developed chitinous ring allows a portion of cell contents along with newly synthesized wall to come out through that ring. At this stage, plate-like structure called abscisian plate begins to form at the isthmus between the two cells. Cell wall materials are deposited on either side of the plate, and thus the mother and daughter cells are separated. A bud from mother usually leaves a scar on the surface of the mother cell that resembles like a crater. The sexual reproduction of yeast is through production of ascospores. These ascospores are found inside ascus, which in turn are located inside the ascocarp. The ascospores, otherwise called as ascus, are multi-shaped. The process of formation of new yeast from the ascus is called as ascosporogenesis. Classification. First, certain yeasts, however, form spores, and the spores that develop from mother cell is called as blastospore. Some species of yeast produce pseudomycelium or mycelium that forms arthrospore and rarely chlamydospore. However, certain yeasts reproduce sexually by forming ascospores. Certain yeasts produce aerial spores called as ballistospores that forcibly project into the air. The third group of yeasts that do not produce ascospores or ballistospores and reproduce exclusively by vegetative process, this group of fungi is called as fungi imperfecti. The family Cryptococcaceae that contains many pathogenic type of yeasts comes under this group. Further classification of this family into genera is based on the morphology of asexual spores. Presence or absence of pseudomycelium, fermentation of sugars, etc. are the other basis for classification. Yeasts are generally saprophytic. But there are pathogenic yeasts, and the most important that we are going to discuss now is Cryptococcosis. This infection is otherwise also called as European blastomycosis or torullosis. The causative organism is Cryptococcus neoformans. The fungi appears as a spherical, thick-walled single budding yeast surrounded by a wide gelatinous transparent capsule. That is the typical characteristic of Cryptococcus, which is capsulated yeast. Generally, these are found in soil, fruit, milk, etc. The main source of Cryptococcosis is the droppings of pigeon, because the organisms are found in the intestine of these birds and multiply due to higher body temperature of these birds. Cultural characteristics of these organisms: they grow in simple saproid dextrose agar, malt agar. They can be grown on blood agar and other laboratory medias. The young cultures appear as a white, cream colored, which later becomes pale brown colored. These fungi, they lack the ability to ferment the sugars, but they can ferment urea. They can utilize urea. Pathogenesis of Cryptococcosis. Though the organisms are non-contagious, the chronic, fatal, systemic type of infection is produced by Cryptococcus that involves vital organs like lungs, sometimes skin and other parts of the body. Especially in case of sheep and goats, in goats especially, these organisms are found in mastitis cases. They produce a very chronic type of mastitis. This fungus has got marked predilection for brain and meninges. Hosts affected by this infection are cattle, pigs, dogs, human beings, and monkeys, etc. The infection initially starts as lung infection, followed by infection of other organs, particularly brain and meninges. The fungus then spreads through blood circulation. Infection takes a long time, and it may take even years to set in the animal's body. In horses, these organisms are responsible for myxoma, lung infection with respiratory distress and nasal discharge. In cattle, it can cause mastitis. The udder becomes swollen and hard, and there is enlargement of regional lymph nodes and drop of milk yield. In canines, it produces central nervous system infection, resulting in incoordination, hyperesthesia, followed, and along with that there will be nasal discharge. Granulomatous lesions are also noticed in the lungs and other organs, in the areas around ears, face, and feet, legs. Extension of infection from nasal cavity even to the optic nerves is observed. That may result in blindness. Diagnosis of Cryptococcosis can be performed with direct microscopical examination of specimens that can be stained with Giemsa stain or indirect India ink stain that can reveal a spherical, thick-walled, single budding yeast surrounded by wide, colorless, gelatinous capsule. The fungus can also be viewed by other methods like immunofluorescence test can be performed. For isolation, these fungi, they grow in simple medias like Sabrous dextrose agar, blood agar, malt agar, and any other laboratory media. The cultures initially appear as white or cream colored, later that turns into pale brown color. They do not ferment any sugars for biochemical tests. However, urea test can be performed. Animal inoculation is one of the tests for pathogenicity testing, and they can grow in mice. That will produce infection in brain, lungs, and abdominal tissues, where budding cells can be seen in microscopy. Pigeons and chicks can also be used for growing the organisms in laboratory. They are very difficult to be treated, and hence prevention of infection is very important. So that's about Cryptococcus infection.